Imagine each molecule in your body as a finely tuned musical instrument, like a violin. Just as a violin's sound quality relies on its strings remaining perfectly in tune, a molecule's function depends on maintaining its quantum state, a delicate balance of energy and particle properties that drive its specific behavior in chemical reactions, cellular interactions, and metabolic processes. Over time, these quantum states can degrade, much like a violin string fraying or going out of tune. If molecules lose their tuning, they may not interact correctly, disrupting cellular functions and leading to signs of aging, such as slower repair of damaged cells and decreased efficiency in energy production. If this hypothesis is true, it suggests aging could be a fundamental loss of quantum coherence in molecular machinery, where the body's molecules lose their original harmony, leading to functional decline, much like a grand symphony gradually fading to discord. You know, I've been thinking a lot about this mind-bending concept, quantum biology. It's the wild idea that the laws governing the tiniest particles in the universe also play a crucial role in the squishy, wet world of living things. At the quantum level, particles can exist in multiple states at once, tunnel through barriers, and even influence each other instantly across vast distances. Now, here's the thing that really gets me. These quantum effects aren't just some quirky sideshow in biology, they might be essential for life itself. Take photosynthesis, for example. Plants use quantum coherence, a kind of harmonious quantum state, to capture sunlight with incredible efficiency. It's as if each photon of light is simultaneously exploring all possible paths through the leaf, instantly finding the optimal route to fuel the plant's growth. I want you to imagine our cells as bustling cities with countless chemical reactions happening every second. In this cellular metropolis, quantum tunneling acts like secret underground passages, allowing particles to take shortcuts through energy barriers. It's as if electrons and protons have found wormholes in the fabric of biochemistry, speeding up reactions that would otherwise crawl along at a snail's pace. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. What if these quantum shortcuts start to break down as we age? Picture it like a maze where the walls slowly close in over time. The quantum particles that once zipped through effortlessly now find their paths blocked, forcing them to take the long way around. This could explain why cellular processes become less efficient as we get older, leading to the gradual decline we associate with aging. It's not just wear and tear, it's the loss of quantum magic at the heart of our biology. Now, I want us to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Imagine our body as a vast, intricate orchestra, with trillions of cellular musicians all playing in perfect harmony. This harmony isn't just a metaphor. It might be rooted in quantum coherence, a state where particles vibrate in sync across surprisingly large distances. It's as if each molecule in our body is connected by an invisible quantum web, allowing them to coordinate their actions with uncanny precision. But what happens when this quantum symphony starts to lose its rhythm? As we age, environmental factors and the general wear and tear of life might disrupt this delicate quantum coherence. It's like the orchestra is slowly going out of tune, with each section playing slightly off-beat. This quantum decoherence could explain why our bodies become less coordinated and efficient over time. From slower healing to reduced mental sharpness, the breakdown of our cellular quantum network might be the hidden conductor of the aging process. You know, I've been pondering one of the most crucial players in our cellular drama, proteins. These molecular machines are the workhorses of our cells, and their function depends entirely on their shape. But here's the mind-blowing part. The way proteins fold into their complex 3D structures might rely on quantum effects. Now, imagine what happens when this quantum origami starts to go awry. As we age, the quantum guide that helps proteins fold correctly might become less reliable. The result? Misfolded proteins that can't do their jobs properly. This isn't just a minor hiccup. It's a potential disaster for our cells. Misfolded proteins are implicated in age-related diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. I want to take you on a brief detour into the animal kingdom to see quantum biology in action. In the retinas of some birds, there are proteins called cryptochromes that are sensitive to Earth's magnetic field. But here's the kicker. This sensitivity relies on quantum entanglement, a phenomenon so bizarre that Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. But what does this avian quantum trick have to do with aging? Well, it shows us just how pervasive quantum effects are in biology. If birds can use quantum entanglement to sense magnetic fields, who knows what other quantum processes might be lurking in our own cells? And more importantly, how might these processes degrade as we age? It's possible that our bodies are full of subtle quantum sensors and switches that gradually lose their sensitivity over time. Let's turn our attention to the powerhouses of our cells, mitochondria. These tiny organelles are responsible for producing the energy that keeps us alive and kicking, but they might be doing it with a little help from the quantum realm. You see, the process of generating ATP, the energy currency of our cells, involves electrons hopping along a series of proteins. Imagine a quantum conveyor belt, where electrons zip from one point to another without traversing the space in between. It's like a teleportation device for subatomic particles, and it's happening billions of times per second in each of our cells. But what if this quantum conveyor belt starts to break down as we age? The electrons would have to take the long way around, making energy production less efficient. This could explain why we feel more fatigued as we get older. Now I want to talk about the enemies of quantum coherence in our bodies. The world around us is constantly bombarding our cells with various forms of stress. UV radiation, pollutants, and even the oxygen we breathe can generate harmful free radicals. These molecular troublemakers don't just damage our cells in the conventional sense. They might also be disrupting the delicate quantum states that our biology relies on. Think of quantum coherence in our cells like a perfectly tuned radio signal. Environmental stressors act like static, gradually drowning out the quantum harmony. Over time, this quantum noise accumulates, making it harder for our cellular machinery to maintain the coherence needed for optimal function. The good news? Antioxidants and other protective molecules might act like quantum noise cancelers, helping to preserve the coherence our cells need to stay young and healthy. I've been fascinated by perhaps the most complex structure in the known universe, the human brain. Our neurons, the cells responsible for thought and memory, might be leveraging quantum effects in ways we're only beginning to understand. Some scientists have proposed that structures called microtubules within neurons could sustain quantum coherence, potentially contributing to consciousness itself. It's a controversial idea, but it hints at the profound role quantum mechanics might play in our cognitive processes. But what happens to this hypothetical quantum network as we age? If our neurons rely on quantum coherence for optimal function, then the gradual loss of this coherence could explain cognitive decline and aging. It's as if the quantum computer in our heads is slowly losing processing power. Memory formation, recall, and even our ability to learn new things might all depend on maintaining certain quantum states in our neurons. As these states degrade over time, our cognitive abilities could suffer. This quantum perspective on neurodegeneration opens up exciting new avenues for research into age-related cognitive disorders. So, where does all this quantum biology leave us in the quest to understand and potentially slow down aging? Well, it opens up a whole new frontier in anti-aging research. If the degradation of quantum states in our biomolecules is indeed a key driver of aging, then preserving or restoring these states could be the key to extending healthy lifespan. Imagine treatments that could act like quantum tuning forks, realigning the quantum coherence in our cells. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The field of quantum biology is still in its infancy, and translating these insights into practical therapies is a monumental challenge. We're talking about manipulating processes at the subatomic level in the complex environment of living cells. It's like trying to conduct a delicate symphony in the middle of a hurricane, yet the potential is staggering. If we can crack the quantum code of life, we might not just slow aging, we could fundamentally redefine what it means to grow old. As we've explored together, the intersection of quantum mechanics and biology offers a fascinating new perspective on the aging process. From the quantum dance in our mitochondria to the potential quantum basis of consciousness, we're uncovering layers of complexity in life that blur the line between the very small and the very large. While many of these ideas are still hypothetical and hotly debated, they push us to think about life and aging in profoundly new ways. As we continue to explore this quantum frontier, who knows what secrets of life and death we might uncover. I'm excited to see where this journey into the quantum realm of biology takes us, and I hope you are too. The implications for our understanding of life itself are nothing short of revolutionary.